Late at night, a crime is in progress. But help is on the way. Captain Avenger! He is not faster than a speeding bullet, most certainly is not more powerful than a locomotive, and he most certainly cannot leap tall buildings in a single bound. But when there's danger, or people in need, he cannot turn away. Who is he? Just an actor who got carried away with a role. Hero at Large, starring the late great John Ritter. Who sadly passed away in 2003 at the age of 55. While still filming the second season of his hit show, 8 Simple Rules. John was like Cary Grant. He could do comedy so well, and he also proved he could do drama so well. But he's most memorable in the comedy department. And he was already a hit on the small screen as the clumsy, likable, and at times dim-witted chef Jack Tripper on Three's Company. But like most TV stars, they long to make it big on the big screen. And for a while, John was having no luck finding that big film role to fill. But he took some memorable stuff, and Hero at Large, I think, is one of his memorable ones. He plays Steve Nichols, an out-of-luck actor who cannot get the big role of a lifetime. To make ends meet, he works part-time as a cab driver. He has a crush on his neighbor, played by Anne Archer, who constantly brushes him off, but I could tell every time she looks at him, she seems interested, even though she won't say that she's interested. To make some extra cash, he takes a gig as Captain Avenger at a movie premiere. Yeah, Captain Avenger, basically a poor man's Superman. Yeah, just look at the outfit. It just basically was satirizing Superman. Even though it's not the best gig in the world, Steve makes the best out of it and tries to get into the role and really wants the kid to like him. Even you'll notice, if you do rent this movie, you'll notice a then unknown Kevin Bacon pop up in that scene. Oh. And when he catches the bus home, he stops at a grocery store, a small grocery store, to get milk. But then a robbery is in progress. Steve, dressed as Captain Avenger, foils the crime. And Steve's proud of himself and doesn't think much of it until the next day it becomes big news. And people actually start to believe this comic book hero is coming to life. Steve gets more pumped by the publicity. He goes out and foils another crime. And Captain Avenger becomes bigger than ever. Now I won't give anything away after that. But I gotta say, I like the message this movie tries to send. You don't need superpowers to be a hero, and superhero films were not getting much big hype at the time. At the time, Superman with Christopher Reeve was the big name thing, but mostly superheroes were big on the small screen, like Wonder Woman and Incredible Hulk. So why not have America's favorite funny, likable guy dressing up as a superhero? That probably attracts a lot of people. And it also has another message: egotism. And I believe when Steve gets too hyped in the publicity of it all, this is not giving anything away. I think at some point his ego starts to run away with him. But I really like the idea that he comes to realize it, and he doesn't want to do it anymore. It's not giving anything away. And I liked Anne Archer. She was good. And I like you instantly feel their connection that she and Steve have. And Burt Convy and Kevin McCarthy are also good. You know, Bert Convy is this greedy movie mogul who wants to use this Captain Avenger thing for his own fame, and so does Kevin McCarthy, hoping it will help the mayor of New York City. And they're good too. And this is not really a superhero film. It's mostly about finding the hero within yourself. Is basically what it is. But it's still it doesn't really take off quite like a superhero film would. But it's very likable film. I guess some people would say this is the original Kick-Ass. I tend to disagree. Steve didn't become a superhero because he wanted to. It was on accident. But maybe this could happen if a guy dressed as a superhero could get that kind of publicity. It might happen. But Hero at Large was a very entertaining film. It's very lighthearted and light on its feet kind of film. So this is the best way to remember the late great John Ritter. I think this was who he was, the likable, funny guy that Steve Nichols was. This was John Ritter. This character was John Ritter. I think John Ritter was this character. A lot of people want to remember Three's Company, 8 Simple Rules, and I want to remember this film because I think it's just fun watching him in this movie, dressing as a superhero. And showing his funny likability as you probably knew he would. He did. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the review. 10 out of 10 for Hero at Large.